My. Hello, hello. How is everyone tonight? I hope you're all doing well. But yeah, this game kind of scares me. We'll be playing Victoria 3 tonight, and man, this game is complicated. So I'm just going to put out the call now. I've removed my no backseating rule. If you know this game well, feel free to help, because I have no idea what I am doing. Anyway, let's see. Oh, it's still set over to... There we go. Victoria 3. Let's see. This game turns my brain into mush, I'll be real, but I'll be giving it my best shot. So let's see. I want to learn how to play this game. And I'm going to be learning it as the USA. My home country. The year is 1836. Andrew Jackson is President of the United States of America. The Industrial Revolution is well underway, bringing cataclysmic social change along with it. More than 20 years have passed since the Congress of Vienna imposed some semblance of order upon Europe, and unrest is once again starting to brew among the great powers. It'll be up to you to guide the United States of America to glory over the following century. There's no one way to win Victoria 3. You set your own goals and experience different stories in the process of pursuing them. Victoria 3 is about taking charge of, growing and shaping a Victorian-era country, with a primary focus on economics and politics. You will be constructing a society of your own imagination while overcoming internal and external obstacles. Politics, economy, diplomacy, and war are all tools to that end, but must be employed with care as your population have needs and desires of their own. Your decisions will impact them, and they will in turn attempt to influence you. Victoria 3 is a dynamic situation with many moving parts. All your actions will have consequences, even unintended ones. This is normal and expected. You do not have to learn how everything works before you play. Take it slow and learn from your mistakes, and soon you will be an expert policymaker. Yeah, this is obvious. Yeah, I'm aware of all this. Tooltip. Tooltip. Three capacities measure different aspects of your country's power. Mouse over the orange text to get more information. Bureaucracy. Bureaucracy is the capacity to maintain your country's administrative cohesion day-to-day operations. The cost increases with the population across your incorporated states and with every institution investment level. And is also used to administer commanders. You gain bureaucracy from operating government administration buildings. Authority is a capacity to use to effect internal change in your country, like issuing decrees and managing interest groups. You gain authority from laws. Influence is a capacity used for diplomatic actions, pacts, and treaties targeting another country. You gain influence based on your rank. Capacities originate from some government buildings, certain laws, and your rank, respectively. You have to decide how to you get to decide how to allocate them to further your interests. Unspent capacity will provide a minor boost to one aspect of your country, while overspending will incur a minor penalty. Money in the treasury is used to fund the state operations. The vast majority of money in your country is circulated by buildings and pops and is outside of your direct control. Buildings and pops can be taxed to grow and improve your economy. Decrease your expenses by minimizing the operating costs of government buildings. The balance shown in the top bar reflects a weekly change. Unlike capacities, money can be saved to spend later. Though going into debt by running a negative weekly balance can often yield a better return on investment. Loans will be automatically repaid while your weekly balance is positive. On the left side of the screen, a number of buttons can take you to screens showing an overview of the different aspects of the United States of America. Some are used to manage your country, while others are informational. Feel free to look through them and press next when you're ready. A republic. Hmm. 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 Okay. I've heard this company is pretty bad, actually. And these lenses, I see. Production. Along the bottom of the screen are 4 lenses. These provide easy access actions you can take to shape your country combined with the information needed to make good decisions. Production is for expanding industries to produce goods. It provides details about your economic output. Politics is for managing the government and your population. It provides details about the power balance on your country. Diplomacy is for initiating or breaking pacts with other countries or starting diplomatic plays against them. It provides details about how other countries perceive you. Military is for expanding your army and navy and recruiting commanders. And provides details about wartime matters. Cool. Pausing. Okay, unpause the game. Let's not unpause it just yet. Please, let's not do that. Buildings. Budget. Market. What do I need? What's expensive? Market price. Fabric's pretty cheap, actually. Tea is expensive. Paper's pretty expensive, actually. So is wood. Let's build wood, then. They're building a banana plantation in Liberia. Helpful. Let's see. Let's see the logging camps in New York. Hmm. Hmm. Although, I probably should increase construction, first of all. Wood and paper are expensive. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, and American Colorado. You've just been given your first tutorial challenge. We have paused the game to give you time to read. Remember to unpause using the speed controls or the spacebar when you're ready to resume. Open the journal by clicking the highlighted button to the left to begin. Expand the maize farms in Ohio. You've been tasked with expanding a basic agricultural building in one of your states. As you play the game, the more tutorial challenges like this will appear in your journal. You can either try to complete the challenge yourself without any guidance, or click the Tell Me How button for a walkthrough. You can also click the Tell Me Why button for a more in-depth explanation of why this is important. Good luck. Build cornfields in Ohio. Sure. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Form a power block. Become a power block leader. We could do that. As a great power, we must show strength. Other great powers are power block leaders. We should look to creating our own sphere of influence if we hope to compete with others. Creating a power block will allow us to keep a closer grip on countries that we may wish to keep influence over. Okay. Yeah, let's do a... Hmm. I the octopus. No. Hmm. Let's see. Let's do that. Now let's do that. And we're the Wall Street Pact now. No one likes it, but we gotta do it. There we go. Anyway, let's increase our relations with Britain. Let's improve relations with Britain. And we can do it with Canada, too. With Britain and Russia. They've rivaled Russia. Oh, there's a war going on in Spain. France is cool with me. Russia's cooperative. Canada's cautious. Upper Canada is. We should rival someone. Let's rival Spain. And I'm not rivaling Great Britain, but I'll rival Spain. Hmm. Slaveholders and abolitionists are engaged in increasingly rancorous debate across the nation. Sooner or later, the arguments will stop being made with words and start being made with bullets. Something we have to do, I think, is I think we need to get our Navy up and running. Let's merge these fleets. Isaac Hall seems to be the best commander we have. I'm going to expand our capital ships. Or maybe make him another template. Do landing skiffs. It's just the thing. I don't know what to do with this whole thing. Like, I'll just add ships to the line for now. But 5 of those. And 10 of those. The American-British Fellowship. We have a pro-British lobby in our country. I kind of want to keep the United States mostly as it is. Maybe making it more liberal. I want to liberalize the United States. I don't want to make it... I don't want to do anything crazy, like turn it into a monarchy, or do a council republic, or any shit like that. No. We have a national militia, which can happen. We should do a dedicated police force. Give Southern planters political strength and negative 30 state penalties. This gives me 2+ maximum institution investment. Yeah, a dedicated police force will help. We're observant at the moment. Texas is fighting Mexico at the moment. We're going to do this. We're going to generate some involvement over in the Pacific seaboard. Look at our little ships go. Oh, shit. Yeah, we should be researching shit. Yeah, we'll research nationalism for now. Make it the Bessemer process. And a water tube boiler. And nitroglycerin. A shell gun. I definitely want to go for human rights. I mean, I already know egalitarianism. Pharmaceuticals will be pretty cool. Worcester v. Georgia. President Andrew Jackson has defied the ruling of the Supreme Court and ordered the removal of the Cherokee people to the Indian Territory. What does the Supreme Court's opinion matter? All we need to do is build a fire under them, and when it gets hot enough, they'll move, and what's ours will be ours. Is that even legal? A French national awakening has begun in Normandy. Russia interest here has increased to observant. Huh. That doesn't look good. We have interest in Russia, apparently. Chief John Ross, one of the principal Cherokee chiefs, has presented a petition to Congress asking them to void the treaty, which will compel the Cherokee Nation to relocate to the Indian Territory. His petition has almost as many signatures as the entire Eastern Cherokee population. Well, I can't really... The yeoman farmers, I mean, they can... Our conscience compels us to void the removal treaty. Further removals will be stalled for 3 years. I mean, I kinda gotta. I hate it, but no, a treaty's a treaty. Texas is kind of eating shit right now. The expansion of the maize farms in Ohio you ordered some time ago is now complete. The building can now support a larger workforce and produce more goods. You will also no longer have to pay weekly material costs for the goods acquired in its expansion. The rate by which you can order the expansion of buildings across the United States of America is limited by your construction sector, which can be expanded in exactly the same way as industries. Having construction sector buildings in the same state as the buildings under construction will increase construction efficiency. I understand. Oh, shit. Well, Mexico took Texas. Society should be ruled by philosopher kings. The president himself has officially opened the University of Massachusetts. Academia is beginning to flourish in the United States of America. Indeed. Hmm. How do you do friggin' conscripts again? I forget. Hmm. The abolitionist martyrdom. An ardent abolitionist writer died in a firefight against a pro-slavery mob, which had gathered in front of his house. The story has gone national and radicalized previously apathetic individuals high and low. Ghastly! The violence of slavers must be resisted. Oh, let's see. Change production method. Change any production method on wheat farms in New York. Okay. Harvesting tools, why not? Low organization. How do I fix that? Discord within the evangelicals. An influential faction within the evangelicals has grown frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on top of dedicated police force. Themselves in favor of the law, they have now resolved to form a separate political faction intent on passing it. Nice. The armed forces. That could be pretty cool. With their support, the bill shall pass. Expand the trade center in Maryland. Okay. And these construction centers are more important. Enduring optimal sunlight starting in Michigan. 11 of your states will have it. Okay. Secession? Now? No, they don't like... Yeah, they don't like, they don't like the dedicated police force. Laws progress to study. Okay. Bread, butter, ballot. With the price of groceries soaring across the country, the Democratic Party is finding itself under relentless pressure from the opposition, accused of recklessly toying with the welfare of its citizens. They will just have to eat something else then. Not 20% momentum will be subtracted from the Democratic Party. They're expanding fertilizer plants. Troops in Louisiana have reported more and more confrontations with belligerent mobs. Fighting will likely break out soon, even if nothing is ordered. There's only two ways to control the situations. Either pull the troops back or tell them to engage. The army and the people are one and the same. Let them talk it out. Election. Yeah. Improve the earnings of the wheat farms in New York. Well... what's the deal with the wheat farms, anyway? Fertilizer. Fertilizer expensive. Fertilizer is expensive, that's why. Probably because I'm building a bunch of farms, and they want... and they're all... yeah, I get it. So they're building fertilizer. Expanding fertilizer plants in Indiana. That's a pretty good idea. The atmospheric engine. Through the widespread introduction of the atmospheric engine in the mining industry, productivity is at an all-time high. Perhaps there's even a better way. I'm sure we can squeeze a little more from these machines. Bureaucratic imbroglio. Lawmakers working towards the enactment of a dedicated police force have found themselves mired in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings, grinding the work towards a near halt. Damn this labyrinthine system. Cut at least some of the red tape. Cut through some of the red tape, would you? The grand plan pays off. Cornelius Vanderbilt, the methodological leader of the industrialists, has been studiously working to increase the nation's credit. At last, all his work has paid off. But for the industrialists or for the United States of America? The industrials shall reap the rewards. The mob approaches. Belligerent crowds have been getting increasingly provocative when confronted by troops in West Virginia. Hardliners and government are demanding tougher responses, while dubs are calling for troops to stand down. There we go. 50-50 chance. Looks like they got more radical. Oh, well. What is still so expensive? Expanding railways in Pennsylvania. Law advanced. What do you want? There. That will do it a bit better. Cornelius Andrew Jackson. We have an election. Hell yeah. He is now our leader. Let's reform our government. The industrialists have won. The Whig Party. Ha ha ha. There we go. Cornelius Vanderbilt is now president of the United States. That is cursed. And yet often happens with me. Path to liberalism. Hmm. The canvas of ideas. The intelligentsia find it difficult to find the cheap paper they need to immortalize their classics. Learn brevity. We shall security. Let's set up paper import. How do we do that? Hmm. Can we start importing paper? Because paper is very expensive right now, and so is wood and iron. Charles Finney, the ever-efficacious leader of the evangelicals, has approached the government with a plan to enact slavery ban. I'm sorry, man, but we can't do that just yet. We can't do that just yet, man. Do you want me to die in a war? Hmm. Mm-mm. Ammunition shortage. Hmm. Okay. Pacific Coast. Yeah. Oh dear. You're not even unhappy. Come on, man. Hmm. Got it. Yeah, I'm aware. Okay. We now have it. Cool. Bolster a political movement, huh? American supremacist movement. Let's bolster. Can we not bolster? Philly. Stop suppressing that one. And let's bolster the liberal movement. A Dixie National Wakening in Virginia. Lovely. Wood is expensive now. Okay. I'm not sure what the National Awakening means, but sure. Hmm. Fort in a Sea of Anger. Mobs have surrounded an arsenal in North Carolina, threatening to seize arms and munitions stored within, while the guards are staving off attacks for now. If no relief is sent, then the arsenal will fall to insurrectionists. Sure. Faith knows no borders. The evangelicals wish to strengthen our ties with the Hudson Bay Company to share in our faith. We are American first, Protestant second. Universal suffrage. They're kind of neutral on our whole voting thing. Let's try and pass a law. Can we do universal suffrage? No, we can't. Vanderbilt is a moderate, I think, yeah. Which means he has... We just get back to the industrialists who are in power. Poor laws. Hmm. We could do charity hospitals. Do charity hospitals. Sponsorship. Let's get the intelligentsia to do this. We're not passing ban slavery, I swear. Political concessions. Minus 50% authority. No. Oh, minus 50 authority, no. Fine. We'll do that. Negotiate. That makes the evangelicals happy. The industrialists. We'll place the members in influential positions. Offer some assistance for their journey. There we go. A paper import. Commitment. Valued investments. Arts academies. Artillery shortage in the American market. Wood is still expensive. I've been building so fucking much of it. Ah! Health taxes. We can get by without it. The secessionist movement should be going down soon. The relations with Britain are cordial. So that's good. Wood is still expensive, even though I've been building the fuck out of it. We can do rail transportation. Let's prioritize softwood production. Ah, damn, that means there's a hardwood shortage. No! Fine, we'll do that then. Yeah, the wheat farms have recovered. An artillery shortage, huh? We'll do conscripts. Do all of the conscripts. All of them. Do control click. Injured farmers, huh? Farmers in New York have been making appeals to the government about the dangers of the equipment they are using. Would like to have some sort of health care to reduce the hardships for them. Yeah, try to offer help. 50-50 is a coin flip. So, we get it in a coin flip. Oh. Yeah! Nationalism has been unlocked. When you have a hammer. Brigadier General Edmund P. Gaines, noting the severe unrest in North Carolina, has proposed using the army to suppress agitation in the area. While his political allies support him, there's heavy risk following his plan. Trade unions. The trade unions are not. They're marginalized. Let's just do that then. Is it not? No, we don't need it. The evangelicals are happy. Explosives, motor engines shortage. Path to liberalism was done. The intelligentsia, under the leadership of Henry Clay, has ushered in an era of liberal politics that promises a freer society where all citizens have a part in the political process. Too radical. Strongly endorse. Endorse public schools. Other leaders should follow this trend. Now he is a radical, which means the industrialists are now led by radicals, which means the laws should be easier to pass. %. 21%. The industrialists are almost as powerful as the planters. Since suffrage, we could do we could get by with universal suffrage. We could do that. The Progressive Party has been formed. Huh, interesting. Who is in the Progressive Party? I don't see anyone. Freedom of trade. Any variant of free trade? Freedom of thought. Okay. Joint stock companies are unlocked. Huh. I have a new company. Hmm. We need iron mines. Manifest Destiny. Mexican Cession and Frontier Wars. Yes, we now claim all of that. We need the iron mine expanded. Wood is still fucking expensive. How? And we did what we could. The American-British Fellowship has offered us an opportunity to establish a foreign investments right agreement with England, with Great Britain. The lobby has offered to use their... Hmm. Hmm. Sure. Let's draft a treaty. Could I have investment rights? Oh, no. It's giving you investment rights. Why is that on... Why is that? Hmm. Alright, we don't need that anymore. Let's go... Hmm. Organizers affiliated with the pro-slavery movement have embarked on a focused campaign to inspire support for local police force in Vermont. Hmm. They must be concerned with far more grounded things. Cool. Now we can do Krampenstein. Now we can do American metals. Lead and iron. Carnegie. Yeah. American minerals. There we go. Expanding motor industries and building shipyards. We have an artillery shortage still. We have charity hospitals. Woo! You've managed to reform the first of many laws of your country's journey through the Victorian era. Over time, you'll learn which combinations of interest groups, clouts, legitimacy, and political movements provide the best opportunities to pass the laws you desire. The evangelicals. Everybody's happy with me right now. Even the planters are happy with me. Increase education institution. Okay. To level 3. Two construction sectors, yeah? This can help us develop our GDP. We can do a road maintenance decree in California or in South Carolina. Sure. Increase relations. We can increase relations with France. Okay. We can stop increasing relations with Britain and start with France. Foreign political lobby formed. The Upper Canadian Fellowship. Okay. American Fellowship. Okay, so in Upper Canada we have a lobby supporting us. Cool. Shipyards in Massachusetts. We are reputable. We have enough infamy. A good vintage. The wine produced in Connecticut has been lauded by sommeliers as outstanding. Sure, we can have more prestige. Why not? Charles Finney, an outspoken abolitionist, has been beaten with a cane by John Calhoun, a slave owner. Finney's injuries compel him to convalesce, and retire from public office. John Calhoun assaulted a citizen. He must be removed from office and arrested. Absolutely. He was an abolitionist, and he was caned, and now he has a moderate. An evangelical slaver appears. Levi Bland. No way. 92% likely to be a slaver. Jesus. Intelligentsia. Relation has increased. Having successfully increased your relations with your counterpart, you may now choose to maintain improved relations diplomatic pact or cancel it to get more influence for other matters. Remember that if no country is working on your mutual relations, it will gradually decay towards neutral. Okay. Fine, let's open an explosives plant in South Carolina. I'm building wood. Now iron is expensive, so let's build some iron. Hmm. We'll build the arts academies first, and then get done with them. During Heatwave. The intelligentsia have expressed their concerns about the government's decisions clearly favoring the interests of the industrialists. Well, the intelligentsia are happy already. So no. No. I'm afraid not. Oh, the Indian removal. We'll just have to offer them some assistance then. Hmm. Tools, wood, and iron are expensive. Iron is expensive. Hmm. Anti-Austrian League. Okay. Education has increased. Investments in institutions have been completed. Okay, cool. Hmm. Otis Dana, a prominent member of the Democratic Party, has been accused of gross corruption. He strenuously denied all allegations until damning letters surfaced signed by him. The Democratic Party should stand by Otis Dana and deny everything. Yeah, fuck the Democratic Party. In this time area, at least. Not later on, but now, definitely. Fuck them. Political lobbies. How to appease one. This is a political lobby panel. Here you can see all the details of who is supporting the lobby and how to influence it further. At the top, you can see the appeasement bar, the interest groups that support this lobby, and the combined clout of the interest groups. The appeasement bar shows the appeasement from level from complying with your interest group's requests. The more you can increase appeasement, the more approval the supporting interest group will receive. Below that, you have supporting interest groups of the lobby and the clout of the lobby. The lobby's clout is determined by the combined clout of all the supporting interest groups. The clout value impacts the influence costs of diplomatic pacts with the target country of the political lobby. Lastly, at the bottom of the tab are ways of increasing or decreasing appeasement. Fulfilling any of the conditions in the interest category below will bolster appeasement and increase group approval, interest group approval, while anything in the bottom category will decrease appeasement. Okay. Iron is expensive, so we're going to bring it down a bit. Andrew Jackson has died. Oh. Let's exile him. Yeah, let's get rid of him. Ah, damn it, we got another slaver. God's will! Lemuel Humphreys of the Evangelicals has been sent preaching in favor of the Whig Party, convinced that their victory is foreseen in God's plans. And who are we to stand against God's will, huh? Bison hunting. The Seminole people of Yet Seminole rely on bison for many of their basic needs. It would serve the interests of the settlers of Florida if the bison population were to be depleted. Protect the bison herds. Yeah, we need to protect the bison herds. New neighbors, new grudges. A minority of Almanic has recently settled in the state of Connecticut, seeking a better future. However, the local Yankee elites are stirring up resentment, claiming the Almanic newcomers will destroy the traditional way of life. They must accept their lot. We're going to stop with Russia and return to Britain. They're genial. And relations are cordial. An election! Ooh, looks like the Democratic Party's leading. That's a shame. Croatian mass immigration. Artillery shortage on the market, huh? Let's build some artillery camps then. Or some artillery production places. Otis Dana, a slaver. We have a slaver in charge. Isn't that lovely? Alright, fine. Freedom of thought. If you want peace, the armed forces suggest a more hardline foreign policy towards Mexico due to our poor relations. Set aside political formalities. They are the enemy. Isn't it romantic? The Arts Academy of Kentucky has experienced an increase in the romantic movement, with some of our greatest artists producing genuine masterpieces. We should show the world. Could you make it a bit more realistic? Utopia, thought, the world, and deal. Those who seek to think boldly and freely are increasingly finding the United States of America to be one of the safest places to explore their ideas. The new Colossus. There we go. Bleeding Iowa. Abolitionists and proponents of slavery have begun pouring into Iowa, hoping to shape the territory's government to their liking. Paramilitary groups have begun committing to acts of violence against each other and civilians. Border ruffians cannot dictate law. Iowa must be a free state. Let's incorporate some states, yeah? Hmm. Alright, let's see. Hmm. Ah, shit. Let's load from autosave. I don't know what to do there. Hmm. I would like to take stuff from... Take stuff from Mexico, but I'm not sure how. Leading Iowa. Yeah. Iowa must remain a free territory. Let's incorporate some states, yeah. Maybe some American army would help. Naval Administration Building would probably be nice, too. Intelligentsia Reformer. Cool. I could pass censorship. I could pass universal suffrage. I could pass National Guard. National Guard would probably be, yeah. Do National Guard. They really approve of that. Wow. Everyone loves me. Well, they gotta go. Ah. Gotta sponsor a complete rewrite of the bill. Damn it. Okay. Yalman Farmers. Hmm. Political concessions. We'll pass universal suffrage next. We'll do it. The Yankee National Awakening is happening in New York. Culture which reaches 25 fervor has a chance to start a national awakening. Cultures with active national awakening will gain fervor whilst it's active, and political movements with this culture have greater pop traction. Okay. Do I want to give the British investment rights? That seems like a bad idea. But anyway, figure that'll be enough for Victoria 3 for now. I'll move on to something else. Probably ESO. Just give me a moment. I'm just gonna do this. All right. Give me a moment. I'll be back.